What is currently happening, programs? Welcome to the Grid VR, where I'll be bringing you this week's news in virtual reality. It's Saturday the 26th of January 2018, and all I can say this week is, fuck, it's hot. We've got Ace Combat taking to the skies, a Fisherman's Tale puppet scale size, Predator VR, don't look it in the eyes, Tabletop Gods, Kungfucious, a shopping trip to Eklan tour, and much more. Today, I'm going to cover off the main events to keep you in the loop. So stay locked, enjoy, and welcome to the Grid VR. Seriously, it's around 55 degrees Celsius in my studio thanks to a heat wave here, so I'm going to have to break from format and literally fire through this app. So hold tight, we're going in dry. What? Because, I mean, it's hot and water evaporates, so I'm not sure what you thought I meant. Ace Combat 7 has a VR mode that has 3 separate and short VR missions included. Check out the highly detailed aircraft and photorealistic scenery as you take to the skies and fire down on enemy fighter jets in this dizzying dogfight that puts you directly into the heart of the series. The visuals for this one are super crisp, and the gameplay itself translates so well to VR that a full VR game mode from this franchise would certainly be a top seller. It's a seated experience unless you want to do this standing and take the fight to your walls and floor personally, and it supports DualShock controllers and HOTAS setups, including the Thrustmaster sticks you can pick up for around $150. The game is out now for PS4 and Xbox One, with PC version out next Friday the 1st of Feb. But the VR mode itself is a PSVR exclusive until January the 18th next year. After that exclusivity period, this may come to PC VR, though it's the same deal as Resident Evil 7, as in there's no guarantee. If you own a PSVR and are a fan of the flat game anyway, I can absolutely recommend this one. And in the meantime, PC VR owners can look into something like Project Alpha, which I'll link in the description below to scratch that particular itch. As a side note, I'd love to show you more footage of this one, but my recording PC shut down halfway through recording due to extreme heat, not even joking. A Fisherman's Tale is a unique title from Innerspace, Art France, and Vertigo games, where you play as Bob the Fisherman, a wooden puppet living through a dream of maritime themes and crashing seas. In what the devs call single-player co-op, look down on a mini version of yourself, or up at yourself, in an ever-repeating environment and hand yourself objects to work with yourself. Solve light-hearted puzzles to reach to the top of the lighthouse and signal ships so they don't land upon the rocks. A Fisherman's Tale is out now on Rift, Vive, WMR, and PSVR for $15, and even though I could have got a copy of this for free, I bought it myself as it's the price of a movie ticket, super solid, about an hour and a half long, and is unlike any VR game I've played personally, so I definitely recommend it. Foxnext Studios, the team that brought us the Alien in Utero experience I covered in this episode of the Grid VR, and the Martian VR experience, have teamed up with vArsenal and Phosphor to bring a stand-up VR arcade shooter out of the jungle in 2019. According to Predator4movie.com, this one will hit arcades sometime in February this year, and a similar Alien VR game is also in development. And according to the Steam database, a package called Predator VR has been updated a few times over the past week or so on Steam's internal servers. And while you may immediately think this would be the Predator arcade shooter coming to Steam, knowing Foxnext and a few anonymous sources, what's coming to Steam may be more than just a simple Predator shooter, so stay locked here for more on that one. Tabletop Gods is an early access PC VR real-time strategy god game. Lead your army across a tabletop battlefield against the computer in single player or online in a multiplayer head-to-head mode. Swap out your spells and troops and bear down on the mini minions in 15-minute rounds that, as mentioned on the Steam store page, make this perfect for quick one-off online matches. The game is live in early access right now, and you can expect more factions, mercenaries, spells, traps, towers, and more tabletop battlefields in future updates. Tabletop Gods is cross-platform, supports Rift, Vive, and WMR headsets, and can be played seated, standing, or in a room-scale configuration. And if you want to wage war on the not dead or the undead in fiendish virtual style, then check the links in the description and get ready to go to ground. The third PSVR demo disc is now live for free for PSVR programs to try 9 VR titles in demo format. Try out a range of games including Moss, Astrobot, The Persistence, Job Simulator, Battlezone, and Superhot free of charge. Being the third disc in the series, and counting all 3 discs, this brings the total count of free demos to 27 titles in total. So if you're looking to test out some top tier games before you spend your digital tokens, then search the PS Store for demo disc or check the links in the description of this video to see what's on offer. Gatai Games, the team responsible for the multi-award winning sound-based stealth thriller Stifled, which I covered in this episode of the Grid VR, have put up a free-to-play early access demo for Confucious. This one is a VR kung fu simulator where violence is virtue. Master the use of meridian points and chi skills to become the one true kung fu master. If you want to get on down to Chinatown, then there's a link in the description for Rift, Vive, and WMR users to check this one out for free right. A shopping trip to Eklan tour from Juniper Sky is a prototype for a larger game called Under a Juniper Sky that the developer is currently building. This game tasks you with finding cleverly hidden objects in a small shopping district populated with humans and monsters alike. It's dripping with low poly charm and is very detailed, very stable, performs great, and in all honesty, I really can't recommend it enough. Overlook the miniature town and interact with the surrounding and inhabitants as they go about their sim existences in this simple concept extremely well executed. I also covered this one with more gameplay in this video here, along with a few other really cool free VR demos you can play right now, so check the links in the description for that and more. Eden Tomorrow is a story-driven sci-fi action-adventure through an unknown world full of suspense and mystery, based around the fear of artificial intelligence taking hold on the world and inspired by sci-fi films of the 70s and 80s. Eden Tomorrow is a PSVR game, and PSVR owners can try the demo for free right now from the PlayStation Store. I've also put links in the description to behind the scenes videos from the recordings and composition of the musical score from Eden Tomorrow, so you can get an audible vibe of what the game is going for. Area of Darkness Sentinel is a cinematic VR adventure setting you in a race against the clock to uncover the secrets of the mysterious Sentinel Islands. Set in a 1970s game world, you'll play as archaeologist Dr. Ann Evans as she travels from upstate New York mansions to millennia-old tombs and faces off against the natural and the supernatural. Solve puzzles and fight your way to survival in this single-player epic from Rematch Studios on Rift, Vive, or WMR PC VR headsets in February this year, and see what Croft could accomplish in a ground-up VR game. Also, programs using the now outdated OpenVR Advanced Settings app to do things like super sample from inside Steam VR, which I can highly recommend doing by the way, and which I also cover in detail in this video here, can now rejoice as Username223 has updated the app to include a lot more current features. A program called Who TNT has built a mod that fixes a handful of the more game-breaking bugs in Subnautica VR, resulting in a more VR-friendly working version containing some more useful options. Things like enabling fire in the opening pod cinematic, fixing bad subtitling and badly positioned player models, and a few other tweaks that are worth loading up. PSVR programs can head on over to the PS Store and watch Hikaru Utada perform Hikari and Shikai, which fans of the Kingdom Hearts series of games will recognize as the theme song of Kingdom Hearts and the ending theme song from Kingdom Hearts 3. Shot with a combination of 4K 360-degree cameras and 6K 180-degree cameras, this truly puts you front and center at a very memorable performance. And inverse kinematics approximate approximates a full body and estimates how your limbs would move in VR without the use of things like tracking pucks. And Glycon is a VR mocap program that lets you record your own virtual body movements using an inverse kinematic system. Glycon also allows you to then take that recording and load it into a 3D animation program like Maya or Blender and build on it to create things like VR short films, game trailers, or just random whatever. Very, very cool, very simple, very fast, and if you want to find out more about that one or any of the other topics I've covered today, as always, all the links are in the description. And finally, despite the ambient temperature of the male testicle not generally reaching 5 decades on the Celsius scale under globally considered median conditions, in the studio right now, it's hot as balls, and I gotta get out before I flake out. I'll see you in a cooler climate. Peace. And that's this week on the Grid VR. You can help support this channel by grabbing exclusive rewards on Patreon, and if you like this video, then crush that like button, have your say in the comments below, and hit the XO logo to subscribe if you wanna. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.